everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of 5th season podcast. As soon as RcThaHazard gets here, we're going to be discussing our dream versus battles that we would like to see. Or just potential, whatever. Where the fuck is he? We're going to do this same old song and dance again, hey? There you are. For everything to happen here.
And go live with Vicious 5150.
All right, we're here. How's it going?
What up? Pretty good, you?
Good, man. See, the lighting is pretty good in here today.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I'm facing away from the it's facing away from the window and all the doors and shit are shut, so it's alright. Exactly. Regardless, my camera fucking sucks, so.
Well, whatever. What are you going to do, right?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing. Exactly.
Yeah.
This time I actually pulled up my notes on the computer. I saved them instead of being a fuck.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I did absolutely nothing in preparation that I said I was going to, including turn on my computer in case we needed extra info. I figured let's just go with feeling and straight up raw talk the whole time.
Absolutely. That's what we're going to happen. What's going to happen here.
Yeah, exactly. But it was funny to hear Buff's opinions and all that shit this morning. Really funny, actually. That dude really knows.
Messages too. He's not wrong with a lot of those things.
He knows his hip hop, man. He knows his hip hop, and I salute him for that.
Mm-hmm.
But
definitely.
We had a reason for each one, so
definitely
we'll be explaining that. I know the first one, huh?
Our own reasons.
Exactly. Like, for example, I know the first one you listed because they're probably just your fucking your two favorite groups of all time, especially in R&B. Huh?
Pretty much. There's no denying that.
So, yeah. Is that the one you're starting with?
Yes, I'm going to start with that. Okay, so Dream versus battles. I'm going to start it off with TLC versus Jodeci.
And why?
Because they're the two greatest R&B groups of the 90s, in my opinion. And, like, they both have been so important to, like, the music, like, in the 90s back then, you know what I mean? Like, Jodeci actually put on a few future names, like, with the Basement. They put on, like, Timbaland and Missy Elliott, and they had some, like, solid hits. TLC, though, I'm going to have to say, is the winner for that, though, just because Waterfalls is so much more iconic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even though it's a kind of a lame concept, the No Scrubs song was really big, too.
Oh, it's huge. Like, they weren't playing that much Jodeci, like, other than, like, Casey and JoJo's side shit, like the All My Life and stuff like that.
Maybe it was a bit more even around, like, 93, 94 for them.
Yeah, that's about
it. With no pun intended, actually pun intended, TLC crept on a come up, like, big in, like, 99, 98, 2000-ish.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, they were already super huge in, like, 94, 95, but, yeah, they made, like, a bigger fucking step up, yeah, around 99, 2000, you're right. Because when I was in, like, grade 9, 10, like, No Scrubs was, like, the biggest fucking track ever. And so was All My Life by Casey and JoJo, though. Like, I don't think Jodeci themselves really
Unpretty got pretty big, too.
Unpretty, yeah, that was, like, grade 9 or something. So they had, like, lots of...
Everyone was in grade 9, not just you.
I'm glad that I'm not the only one.
Yes, everyone in the world, actually, even the people that were a different age. But is it true that Jodeci helped launch TLC
See, that I didn't know. I guess because they were both on Arista Records, I'm pretty sure, so they might have had something to do with getting them signed to there. I don't know. I know that Puffy, we'll talk about him in a minute, but I know that Puffy was like an A&R there. Pretty sure.
Well,
he, like,
for my pick, I'm going to go with TLC just because they seem to have, like, the bigger hits in the long, like, not just R&B, but that's something you would almost cross over into the pop category with how popular it was.
Absolutely.
And then Jodeci, like, of course, like you said to me earlier, they got their, like, big Tupac and Death Row features and stuff like that, but it's not really the same, and it wasn't the full group either, whereas most of TLC's hits, actually all of TLC's hits, it was all three of them. Now, and then Jodeci went.
Jose, how you doing, bro? It's good to see you. Anyways.
How many people was in Jodeci anyways? I'm not even sure on that.
Two sets of brothers.
Casey and JoJo and two other fucks.
And then Casey and JoJo. Like Devontae
Yeah,
was the
I
producer.
almost feel like Casey and JoJo had more of a run than the Jodeci as a group.
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? And they were all over the Dangerous Minds soundtrack too, like the whole Debasement crew and everything. Like Static Major that ended up on that Lil Wayne Lollipop song. He was on that song Gin and Juice with Devontae, and then he did a
But
song with Mr. Galvin on there, and then there was like a couple other Missy Elliott was on there with Craig Mack. Like it was a lot of like Debasement kind of influence in that soundtrack. If you look back on it,
fair enough, but the group never had a iconic rapper like TLC did. Also, all all of their members are alive, so it's kind of unfair in that sense
it's
too.
skewed, yeah, it's definitely skewed. But yeah, I would say TLC probably made the bigger impact in the long run. Except, like I said earlier, Jodeci like helped launch the careers of like Timbaland and Missy Elliott and whatnot. You know,
Which is
like
awesome
indirectly. I
because
think
Timbaland
Aaliyah too.
became very important to hip hop.
Mm-hmm. Then there's a
Yeah,
couple other groups too.
that's cool, man. On our imaginary scorecard here, I'm just gonna call it like basically 10 for TLC and 5 for Jodeci. I don't know
Sounds
what
good.
the points were
I would
from,
say
but that's
10
what we said.
Jodeci, but okay, whatever. But yeah, yeah, TLC wins like no matter what.
What did you say? You'd rank them a bit higher than I would? Did you say?
A little bit. Like I would say 7. Let's just go with 7. That seems like a fair number for me personally.
Shout out Seven the Legend.
Yeah, 7 to Legend. That's right.
Um,
Okay, so what
what's
next
next
do we got
on
here?
that one?
All right, so yeah, we got TLC winning that one.
Oh,
Next,
also
oh,
T-Boz get TLC gets another point for T-Boz being married to Mac 10 temporarily.
oh yeah, and she has such a versatile fucking voice. You know how big of a T-Boz fan I am. You know damn well how big of a fan I am.
Speaking
But
of
anyway,
things you're a big fan of, I hear someone at the door. I better let her in.
oh shit, is it time for this? It definitely is time for this. This is becoming a tradition on the show. Mia! It's awesome to see you, Mia. Where are you? There you are. Hello. Hello. It's good to see you. So who do you got for a versus battle, Mia? You versus Minnie for jumping at my face a long time ago? I mean,
That's
Minnie big
basically
chunk of this not more.
you're basically
Or, or-
comparing fucking Chronic to Chronic 2001 with Minnie and Mia.
That's true. They're both great. They're both so great. But yeah, Minnie used to jump at my fucking face, and now he's a big chungus.
What's next? What's next on the list?
Next on the list, okay, I'm going to say it right here. Orion, I'm going to have to disagree with you on this one, but I can see why you'd say it. But West Side Connection versus the Locks. And
Yeah,
West Side Connection for me wins personally. What are your
for
thoughts?
me, this is one of the toughest ones to decide between. And I kind of wish I pulled up my computer for this and had like the track lists on both of their like. Well, Locks had a third album, but no one cared. And as far as I know, no one listened to it. I checked it out; it wasn't very good. It came out 15 years after their last one. But if you're comparing the two albums to the two albums, then it's kind of a tough call music-wise. I think West Side Connection might have it just due to Ice Cube's legacy, but at the same time, I
Definitely.
got to say, like, lyrically, like, if you're going with, like, the MC category, I'd probably have to give it to the Locks, like, especially for
Definitely.
South and Jadakiss. Actually, all three of them can fucking kill it.
Definitely.
And
I agree.
also, here's another fun fact. Not only did the Locks wait 15, 16 years to put out a CD, but I think Mac 10 did too.
Yeah, something like that. Did you also know, like, I was reading in this hip hop book that the Locks, before they even signed a record deal, like, at all, they already had a greatest hits CD out, like, a mixtape with that shit, because, like, they were so popular in the streets back then, right?
I kind of remember you saying that actually, but
Yeah, and
well,
they had Rough Riders and Bad Boy, like, fighting over them, basically,
yeah.
man. That's amazing.
Also, that's another point for them. The fact that they were part of Rough Riders as well as Bad Boy at the peak of Bad Boy's success, as well as what's it called? Like whatever the Rockefeller Def Jam thing was after Jay-Z's company. So they
Yeah,
were
yeah.
all three. like the East Coast iconic labels and crews.
Yeah, like on Rock Nation, wasn't it? Wasn't it just
Yeah,
Jada that was
yeah,
part of
yeah,
that?
yeah. That's what I meant to say. Rock Nation.
Yeah, like was Dame Dash part of that? I can't remember.
But then, so it depends what you're really judging on too, because yeah,
Well,
like
let's just go with
probably
hits. Hits like, of course, Bow Down. Everybody fucking knows Bow Down. Like, no matter what.
everyone knows
That's
Bow Down. But then
and
I would put that against Money, Power, Respect. Obviously,
that's a good one.
That's the first hit from each. But I would have to also say that We Are the Streets is probably a way better CD than Terrorist Threats.
Oh, fuck, Terrorist Threats sucked. I'm going to say it right here. I love West Side Connection, but you fuckers dropped the ball. You didn't care, and
So
we
that's
can
where
tell.
they lose points. They had a couple jams on there, like the
Gangster
Gangsta
Nation,
Nation, I didn't mind, and a couple of them, but not too many. Like, I don't really enjoy that CD as a front to back listen.
I was disappointed as shit at that.
Yeah, and then they came up with a follow up with a greatest hits CD after only 2 CDs. What? Might as well just been Bow Down and release.
Fuck. And add Gangster Nation, and that's it.
Oh no, wasn't Getting Jiggy with It the first hit from the Locks? Or not Getting Jiggy with It, If You Think I'm Jiggy.
Oh god, I remember that with Jadakiss singing a hook, and I put singing in market.
Yeah. I'm really glad they changed their style shortly after that.
Yeah, because that's what they were with Bad Boy. That was that whole Jiggy era I was talking about last episode.
Mm-hmm.
And because you remember '97, yeah, Mace and all them. And what it was always wearing those flashy jumpsuits. Notice how everybody on Bad Boy wore that shit back then. Like Puff, Mace.
That. There's a lot of Locks interviews where they bring that up. They were still in high school at that point, weren't they? With the mixtape? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they were super young. So yeah, that's a tough one. Like, just when you're breaking it down to just rap or those 2 albums against those 2 albums. What I said to Orion on a comment earlier was, how many Are We There Yet and Barbershops and Fridays does Jadakiss have, though?
True. Was he in any movies ever, Jada?
Not that I know of, but I think every rapper was in a movie.
True enough. Remember, like CV4, every rapper was in a fucking movie back then.
Even if they don't plan to be, they just walk down the street and then they're like, "Oh shit, accidentally in a movie now."
Like exactly. Snoop Dogg and everything. How were they supposed to be at school playing? What the fuck, guys?
Yeah. So anyways, this is a hard one for me to pick a winner, man. I'm going with a tie right now until I'm proven otherwise.
Say the same thing, actually, come to think of it, because I like the Locks. I mean, me and you like the Locks for different reasons. Like, I think Jadakiss is the best on that, and then you like Styles P the best on that. Like, fair enough, they're both
to this day, and he puts out 2 or 3 albums a year, and they're all fire.
Definitely. I mean, like, they're all dope, and of course, Styles P had that locked up joint with Akon, which is fucking iconic as hell. It's iconic.
Yeah, and Styles' big hit was Good Times, I Get High.
Well, Styles P did fucking Locked Up. That was his big hit.
Good Times, bro, was just as big. Remember that one with the sample fucking? The one that's like, I get high every day.
Shit. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that track until you said that.
Yeah.
That almost sounds like a Kanye produced joint because it was all like that high pitched, like, that shit.
It could have been, but I'll have to double check that.
Maybe it was. And it would make sense to me for sure.
Because that was around that time. I think that was 2002.
Yeah. Okay, so shall we just call it a tie on that one then?
Let's just call it a tie, and I'm surprised you even calling a tie with the Locks from your end. Just with such how much of a
conversation, and I'm like, shit. Like, you know what? You're absolutely
right. How much of a '90s West Coast kind of, kind of vibe you usually go for. I'm just surprised to hear you say that because you've even told me before that you don't listen to Locks much.
I'm very selective with the East Coast stuff, but I do know what the fuck going on. Shut up, James. All right, so what are we moving right along to next? You got your notes pulled up, or should I just go with mine?
You pull it up. I got nothing but a joint and a lighter here.
Okay, so Buff, and we were talking about this. I know, like, well, you guys were talking about it.
Oh yeah, the Ran RDX one.
No. That's later.
No. Oh shit, I gave that away. Anyways,
we got that later. Okay, yeah. LL, either Will Smith or Cube.
He said, pick Smith and let
I'm down with
Will Smith kill him. Or what did he say? Did he say Will Smith would kill him?
Let him kick his ass. Like, yeah. But anyways, LL versus, and we're doing this The reason why we picked this is because we were doing this whole rappers turned actors thing. I guess we shouldn't do Cube because we already did West Side Connection. You don't get
Yeah.
two Cubes.
Plus, I thought Will Smith made more sense anyways, seeing as they both had like a sitcom and this and that, right?
Definitely.
And
Oh,
they
yeah,
both did multiple
in that,
movies.
and Carlton was in both of them. He's basically playing Carlton.
That's right. That's so funny.
Didn't even think of that.
Wins this one.
Because remember that shit? He was literally the same fucking character.
Alfonso wins this one.
What's that?
I said Alfonso wins this one.
Oh yeah, Alfonso wins the hearts of all of us. Okay, fucking phenomenal actor, Alfonso Ribeiro. Salute, my friend. You're not my friend. You don't know me. Probably never will.
Anyway, let's pull up the imaginary points here.
Okay.
So we're doing Will Smith versus LL Cool J. Will Smith is getting. Actually, I don't know if it's a point or a taken away point, but he is getting one, whatever it is, for being relevant this month.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. But I'm going to give points to, and I know that I don't know if this is relevant during a versus battle, but Will Smith had the better fucking movie career for sure. Better movies, hands down. Will Smith got it.
LL's not even in that many movies though that I could think of.
He's in a good one.
In Too Deep, Any Given Sunday, and that's all I can think of right now.
Yeah, musically though, I have to give it to LL though. I do. Like that's just what I say. I love Will Smith. I do love the Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff, all that shit. I really do. But I gotta give it to LL on this one.
LL was more consistent with music though than Will Smith was. Obviously, because Will Smith was doing the fucking $1 billion movies and shit like that. But what was I gonna say here? Oh yeah, LL Cool J was able to spit with guys and be around like, you know, Red and Meth and DMX and Jay-Z, that squad for
facts.
You know, a large portion of the late '90s.
Smith doing that. He can't. He
now
can't
that I think of it, I'm like, why wasn't LL part of the Hard Knock Life tour? I think he should have been, and would have been a great addition.
You know what? You're absolutely right. But no, LL is greatest of all time for a reason. Like I would say, out of East Coast rappers, he's up there for one of my favorite ones of all time. Like,
you know what? LL, and he made a CD called that, and no one even fucking gave a fuck. Not that I remember. I didn't remember any criticism for him calling himself the GOAT. In fact, I like that CD, but I'm biased to late '90s to early 2000s music, though. I don't know why. It's huge nostalgia from like my teenage years. So I like that GOAT CD, especially the intro, especially the laying cannabis in the ground with Ja Rule one last time, and then the song with Redman, Method Man, and DMX, and then the song with J.O. Felony, Snoop, and Exhibit. And those are the reasons I love that CD.
Fuck yeah, of course. You know, I mean, I personally like Mr. Smith. That was my favorite LL CD for
Great
sure.
CD too, but he did more like he was doing more of the solo like R&B. Like he'd have features, but they'd be like the R&B hooks, and then the GOAT CD was more like kind of on the rap tip, and that Mr. Smith was kind of more on the love song tip.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, LL kind of had a mix on the Mr. Smith record. It was a lot more of a smooth. I don't know. Yeah, it was a big mix of stuff. But then he had the I Shot You remix with like Fat Joe, Prodigy, Keith Murray, and shit like that.
3, 2, 1 wasn't until the next one too.
Phenomenon overall sucked as a CD, but Phenomenon the song and 4, 3, 2, 1 are fucking amazing. But I wish
liked the Phenomenon song, man. I, in fact, remember the night clearly. It premiered after one of the In the House episodes.
Mm-hmm. Fucking yeah, In the House, that's right. And LL was super huge at that point, right? Like,
put me and my homies at school the next day. Get this, I think we were in grade 5, and at school the next day, we were all like, "What the hell was up with that new LL song?" Because we were used to, I guess, whatever he put out before that, which was Mr. Smith.
Yeah.
So it was unexpected, that kind of song. We were like, "What the fuck is this?"
Oh, you mean Phenomenon? Are you talking about?
Phenomenon, yeah. Yeah, because he premiered it after one of the episodes.
It's like she hates Tupac, but she hates some LL or some shit like that.
That show was good for that. The In the House was good for how short it was on TV. It wasn't that bad a sitcom.
Yeah, exactly. I liked it. That was on like right after shit. I think it was. Yeah, it was on like right after Moesha on UPN.
Yeah, and it had the Wayans sister in it.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Kim Wayans.
Yeah.
And fucking there was like a whole bunch of the Wayans in that show as well. It was made by them, right? Written by them. Anyways, so as far, I believe it was Clausen or somebody in this comment section said Will Smith better actor, LL better rapper, and I think that's very fair.
Yeah, of course.
We're gonna go song for song.
Will
But
Smith could kill it, but like in a like selectively, he'll like pop in
definitely.
and out of the rap game once every 10 years or once every 8
And kill
years
it.
and just drop something, or maybe say he's dropping something because I think he did that like 5 years ago and then didn't come back.
Definitely, like I remember, but like I have to say, like it's one of my favorite tracks of all time, and it does have that West Coast sound, even though they're from the East Coast. It's what was it? The song "Summertime," obviously, with the Cool and the Gang "Summer Madness" sample. Man, you can't
Oh
go
yeah,
wrong with
that's
that.
great. Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that song. I told you to download that one as part of like your soul playlist or whatever it was, right?
Yeah, that's a really good song.
It is.
Actually, I already had it on that playlist when you said that. I think I
Yeah,
told
"Summer
you that.
Madness" is one of the most iconic samples, man. It's fucking timeless. So they did
Absolutely.
it very
But
well.
okay, before moving on, I just wanted to say a couple more things about Smithy here. Even though I do have LL as the better rapper as well because that's what he does. That's what he came up on. He came up battling, being an MC. Will
Mm-hmm.
Smith, more of an entertainer, I'd say. That's why I kind of
Yep.
think he'd be good against Snoop. They're both in hella
Yeah.
movies. But I wanted to say this about the Will Smith songs that I do like. Don't Say Nothing. Yeah, it's a good one. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
The fucking the Men in Black soundtrack song is just great for one.
Yeah, for real, man. That fucking soundtrack is amazing. Love that
The
track.
other song that he had on that, Cruisin', I think it was called, was a good song as well. Um, and a large handful of the songs on Big Willie Style are great. But then also, he comes back a couple years later with, I think, Snoop and, no, was it Snoop? No, sorry, Slick Rick and Biz Markie on a
Mm-hmm.
track.
Mm-hmm.
He did a couple with Snoop too. Um, anyways, yeah. So he's got some gems, but I already listed the ones I liked by LL as well. So yeah, it's close, but we're going to LL with hip
Yeah,
hop shit. Anyways,
absolutely. And LL had some big hits, as Will Smith did as well. Like, I mean, I think they're pretty tight as far as hits go, but I'll have to edge it to LL.
yeah, it might be close,
That's
but
it.
Fresh Prince gets all the points.
Fuck yeah! Like as far as like shows and like acting goes, yeah,
But if In the House was on for the same amount of time, then it'd be close.
definitely it would be. You're right. Like that show was just fucking awesome and didn't really get a chance to really shine the way it could have.
Yeah,
But eras are changing, right? So, anyways, I guess okay. So LL just wins it to me.
yeah.
Okay, so we'll move right along. Here we go. Here's the wild card one. Buff, you were fucking mad at us for this one. Well, just confused. I wouldn't say mad at us. I'm not going to put words in your mouth. But
Yeah.
anyways, Puffy versus E40. What do you?
Well,
What are your thoughts?
actually, when I explained it a bit further, um, to the homie, he said it does make a little bit of sense when you're comparing like business tactics and stuff like that, time in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
I
also,
yeah,
if it's weird to anyone out there, we want you to suggest us a better match because it's kind of tough to do, believe it or not. So,
it is.
you know, this one has their similarities. We got both great businessmen, like you said, but we got like kind of a Tupac affiliate, obviously not just a Biggie affiliate, but like kind of
Mm-hmm.
a protege of, or not a protege
Yeah,
of, like the other way around. You know what I mean?
I'll even say, if we're going by like rap moguls and whatnot, like just of all the fucking independent hustle shit they did, I would swap out E40 and I would do Puffy versus Master P.
Yeah, you said that, but I don't know why you didn't say.
I don't know, I fucking forgot that I said that, but yeah, Puffy versus Master P would be also awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna do that next time though.
Plus,
Unless
Puffy did
like
not only rap for 5 years; he's rapped for a very long time, sir.
Master P takes winner.
Definitely, if we're going by independent hustle and stuff like that, yeah, Master P and Puffy, we'll swap that out. Just
Well,
because
here's the thing.
E40,
Here's the thing. I can name how many E40 CDs can I name? How many Master P CDs can I name? Like 10 of each at least, easy. Um,
true. But if we're
Puffy
gonna go with
CDs,
the
I can name two. Does he even have a third one?
Puffy, I don't know. I stopped paying attention after No Way Out, which is an amazing CD, by the way. It's fucking great, and there was big hits off of that one. But if we're going same era, when Master P dropped fucking, it was on Ghetto D. That's with Make Him Say Do you remember how big that fucking song was?
I do. So we're putting Master P and Puffy against each other now.
Yeah, fucking, we're not doing E40 no more. I mean, E40 is my favorite rapper, but we can't put him in that if Master P is the better choice.
Well, in my opinion, you already know, and probably yours too. E40 wins against everyone,
Yeah, definitely. That's default. I don't give a fuck what you guys say either. Straight up, E40 is the best of all time. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, Clausen said he has way more time in the game as an MC. That I'm not denying that, but the reason why I was saying the reason why we picked those two names is for their liquor businesses and for their business mindsets and for their kind of not TV, but their like radio appearance, personality. You know what I mean? They both have many businesses under their belt. But we're switching it to Master P, so fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, okay, Master P, No Limit. Like, that was a big fucking label. I mean, I think longevity-wise, I think obviously Bad Boy rose to bigger heights there for a little while.
And that does make more sense because it's like it's two executive producers.
Yeah, exactly. Like E40 had Sick with it, but that was like a smaller label under Jive.
Bad Boy starter. Yeah, no, this does make a lot more sense.
Because Bad Boy was owned by itself as its own entity, wasn't it? Or wasn't it? Was it under anything? I think it was under Arista for a bit, and I think he went off on his own. I don't know.
But even when you translate it to the movie world, like although Master P's movies were independent, they both appeared in film a lot.
Yeah, definitely. But if we're going hit for hit, like in that era, let's say Puffy had a couple, but I mean, like there's one that everybody knows, "I'll Be Missing You." It's the big RIP track since the Crossroads. Like, let's just be honest.
And Master P's one of his biggest tracks was a Missy track that came out the same year.
Which one? Oh, Recipe Star was I Miss My Homies?
Miss My Homies, yeah.
And also the other one, like, It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to My Homies. That was off MP The Last Dawn.
That came the year after.
The Boys to Men cover. Fucking, like, it's so hard to say. Yeah. I love that song so much. But yeah, Master P would Make Him Say alone. Should make him. Like, it's like 98, that song was like the biggest fucking track I could think of.
Well, you're technically, I would put that song against Benjamin's because they're both bossy tracks from the label. And that's I know you told me before you don't really like Benjamin's, I think.
I am not a kid. I love that song. What do you mean?
Oh, it was someone else that said that to me then, I think.
I love that song. I think you and I talked about that. We're like, what? You're crazy. That song is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, so yeah, that song mirrors that song. But obviously Miss My Homies was nowhere near as popular as I'll Be Missing You.
Of course not. You know, I'll be Missing You almost matches the popularity of the Crossroads, really.
Yeah, that's what you were just saying. But the choruses and the beat samples always have to be taken from elsewhere and barely changed when you're Puffy. Where No Limit, you could tell they're just like fucking around on a keyboard on most of those songs or something like that, or a little drum machine. Hustle and flow. That's how I picture them making their beats.
Just looping. A la Warren G, perhaps.
Yeah. Yeah,
like he's like, no one better, whatever it is, that 8 Dog track. That's just an Atlantic Star sample.
Yeah. But then again, Master P never really, I guess he did in a different kind of way, but not commercialized launching people the way Puffy did with like the long list of people that he put singles out for or helped put out a single or executive produced or something like that.
Definitely, but he set his kids up well because his kid was rapping and shit like that. Remember Lil Romeo? And then I seen this commercial one day. I was at my mom's and it's like one of his sons got a law firm. I think it is Romeo. I was like, this is a Romeo Miller law firm. I was like, fucking Master P just does it again. Hey,
yeah,
it was like a random commercial. I was like, no fucking way.
And here's another point for No Limit. They've been doing reunion tours all year, and
they're terrible.
Maybe, but you can't say the same thing for Bad Boy because all those artists went elsewhere now.
True enough, and
the No Limit artists went elsewhere too, but they're still able to pull together and make a tour every 20 years, I guess.
Yeah, because with Bad Boy, like Biggie and Craig Mack are both dead, right? So like rest in peace, those guys. I mean, they were like some of the most iconic off the fucking label at the time.
And they were kind of the glue. Yeah, they were kind of the glue to that group too.
Definitely, like Flavor in Your Ear and all that shit. Like you can't go wrong with that. You can't do a Bad Boy tour without those songs.
And then it's like 112 or Sons of Funk.
True. Okay. 112 is probably more known, obviously.
There's a lot of good comparisons between these two guys or labels.
Definitely. I mean, yeah, of course. Like the biggest thing that ever happened off No Limit though was Mystical. Like Mystical had the biggest fucking hits for sure.
Yeah, I probably have to agree. Other than getting Snoop, obviously.
True enough, but I mean, Snoop was a death row guy. Come on, like no matter what, he was a death
he
row.
was already his own thing. That's true.
Yeah. Snoop was a brand all his own.
Yeah, that's actually true because Mystical, like, after he left No Limit, like, made fucking huge hits with Pharrell and stuff, and he was number one up there with like Ja Rule and Nelly and those guys in like the early 2000s. He was like all you would hear on the radio was like Danger, Shake That Ass, and stuff like that.
Yeah, bouncing back, you were bouncing back. You know that track.
Yeah,
funky joint. Okay,
anyway.
So what are we saying? So we're scratching E40 off there. We're gonna do Master P versus Puffy.
Just for personal reasons. For personal reasons, I'd say Master P, but for like
same here.
And even for all around, it's like almost a tie because I don't know. Puffy's pretty hilarious in Get Him to the Greek. That was good.
Yeah, you know, I've never seen that, but I saw a post about that. I think it was Red Shirt posted something about that.
I don't know. It's actually hilarious. You should watch it. I don't know why I'm like movies don't even like matter for points really, but I'm just throwing it out there just to throw it out there. But then
Googles, you know,
Master P had a horrible sequel to I Got the Hookup.
Oh God.
Yeah. It was bad. He has some bad movies, and I Got the Hookup original was pretty bad too, but it was cool when you're like a young kid.
Of course, right? Like I was like, I got the hookup, holler if you hear me, right? Like I remember all that stuff. That was a thing in our childhood, our teen years, man.
Okay, now forget about the CDs and forget about look what Clausen said.
Yes, he is. Puffy is Shuan's favorite rapper. We know that for sure.
Forget about the CDs, forget about the movies, and forget about the label. And who do you think is just a better rapper?
Master P, of course. Fuck yeah. Like
I'd have to say so, although he can be annoying in some songs with his amounts of layers and his screaming. But
yeah, but that's
what I gotta say about that is good is he also has like 6 or 7 different styles that I've heard, and he can switch it up from like a West Coast style to a Dirty South style pretty easily. And I listen to Master P stuff like nearly every day, and listen to Puff Daddy almost never.
Yeah, exactly. I listen to No Way Out here and there, but yeah, Master P, of course, I would bump over Puff Daddy any day of the week.
Do they have any songs together? I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I feel like they might.
Maybe. Yeah, they must. I don't know. But anyway, so we're just going to say Master P is the winner?
I'm saying that.
That's what I'm saying too. Okay, right along. Another.
Thank you for Biggie, but we're moving on.
Yeah, definitely, because we got so many more names to gloss through right now.
He has two verses on that CD, Clausen. Lay Low, and you're forgetting the one with Magic. It's the second or third to last song with the hype-ass piano beat. Anyway, moving right along.
Anyway, yeah, we're moving right along. Okay, so speaking of Snoop Dogg, we're going to go with the Dog Pound versus Outcast.
Oh, man. So many people, everyone thinks this is lopsided and thinks it's just Outcast all day. But
yeah, I mean, for the bigger hits, maybe because of fucking that bullshit Hey Ya and all that shit. I hate that song, by the way. I'm just gonna put, I love
they don't have a legendary. They don't have a legendary producer though. Outcast.
No, I guess they don't. Hey,
they had a dude who produced their tracks. For the most part, I think he was called the DJ or something like that.
The DJ. Sure.
But yeah, so I got to give them points for Daz being not only the main producer of Dog Pound, but a lot of Snoop and Tupac and other legendary West Coast stuff as well. So they get a point. They get a point for that.
Definitely, and also because Daz actually was nice enough to get in the documentary 100 More.
Yeah,
Fucking
that's
full
another thing I
idiot.
was gonna say.
Daz
Another thing
gets
about
the
DPG is I met Daz and I met Warren G and I've seen them and I've seen Daz and Corrupt live
nice guys.
uh 3 times I think, and they killed it every time. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't doubt Outcast well, but I've never got a chance to see them live. And of course, Outcast had more pop hits.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, when you're putting like I don't know, you got to put certain things against certain things. I would start with putting Southern Playalistic against Dog Food. Those are two
Definitely.
albums that kind of mirror each other south to west, I think.
Definitely, I agree for sure. I would edge it to Dog Food just because I bumped that track or that album way more, obviously. But Southern Playalistic is really, really awesome as well, and the song,
Also,
of course.
they had a similar amount of CDs.
Yeah,
I believe Dog Pound has 7 official albums, and
oh,
Outcast
yeah, I
has
guess so.
6
Okay, that's pretty close.
as a group. So that's pretty close. Um, Obviously, Outcast, I think, they got really um, more popular as it got to the late 90s.
Definitely.
But for some reason, I think their biggest hits were the Love Below and Speaker Box, where they each had the huge solo song, a solo hit.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
that had Hey Ya and The Way You Move, right?
Yeah, they did, and I had a couple other joints on there I can't remember, but I know like those were the two big hits off there.
Those are
And
the two
Rosa,
big hits.
Rosa
And
Parks one.
the thing about those songs is I always hear them not on purpose, accidentally, working in a restaurant or passing by on the radio or in a gas station or some shit like that. You never hear Dog Pound like that.
No, I mean sometimes in the club you'll hear like "What Would You Do" though, and or like "Psycho Like No." I've heard those at a couple of rap shows and
Yeah,
stuff like
rap
that.
shows I'm talking
And
about.
like and in the club, just being at a club before, like I've heard like Dog Pound just being played like that, and it's like fuck yeah, and it's always like "What Would You Do."
A club though. What about like a freaking White Spot or something?
I've heard like Dre and Snoop at a white spot before, but
Hey,
like not Dog Pound themselves. No,
yeah.
Outcast out here though.
So that's another thing I wanted to say earlier is that
Mhm.
like it depends whether or not you're adding Snoop into that group. Because
Let's go Daz and Corrupt.
yeah, because if it's 2 for 2, then I don't know. Popularity wise, Outkast got him beat. Personal preference, Dog Pound all
King,
day. Dog Pound's actually my favorite group of all time.
King.
Sometimes I say Bone Thugs, but it's kind of a tie between both sometimes. But
And BG
uh,
Knockout and Dre, for sure. But yeah.
Daz and Corrupt didn't put out more music than Bone Thugs. Also, I like Bone Thugs mainly for 2 out of the 5 members. Anyways, we'll talk about that another time,
Yeah,
maybe.
okay, so we're saying, I guess, just for music-wise or popularity-wise, obviously Outkast will win with the bigger hits, but Dog Pound, personal preference, same thing for
I'm
you.
giving it to Dog Pound, and a lot of people are going to disagree with me, just like a lot of people will disagree on our last episode about fucking our classic CD opinions, but I don't give a fuck because
Blasphemy!
other people have their points, whatever, but here's my points that I gave to Dog Pound. Seeing them live, okay, I never got a chance to see Outkast, so whatever, that doesn't matter as much. Producing many of the All Eyes on Me songs gets a huge point, though.
Yeah, for sure. Like, Daz was very, very instrumental. Excuse the pun.
Almost,
But yeah,
almost entirely producing the uh, Dog Pound debut album. That's a huge point for me too.
definitely. Because who else
Um,
produced it? Like DJ Pooh, or was it somebody else? Like
yeah, yeah,
Superfly.
two beats by DJ Pooh and the rest does.
Yeah, was it like New York, New York? I think DJ Pooh did that one, right?
And Smooth.
Yeah, and who?
And Smooth, the
And
next
Smooth,
track.
oh, yeah, and Smooth, yeah, okay. And like we were saying, we were talking about this, how Respect, you didn't know it was produced by Daz. I thought it was like Dr. Dre because that piano and him talking on it. I would
Exactly. I
have
thought the
thought.
ones that Dre was talking on the beginning were produced by him.
That's
I thought
usually
a
how
lot
it
of that
goes.
CD was, but yeah, I just checked and yeah. Anyways, so that's yeah, that is what it is. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to say, I'm glad I didn't forget to mention this. In that Eminem song "Till I Collapse," where he lists all the MCs in that one
Yeah,
verse, Andre and Corrupt both get mentioned in that.
that's awesome. There you go, neck and neck. There you go. And also, I have to say, just for a point for Outcast and for the Dog Pound and all them, it's because at the Source Awards in '95, that salty ass New York crowd was treating them like shit, and they
Yeah,
were both on top, especially with Outcast. Like, remember when they won an award? and they just got the shit booed out of them. And then fucking, what was it, Andre 3000, he's like, yeah, well, the South has something to say, and you're going to see what's up. And then, sure enough, the South sets the trend for the hip-hop sound till now.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, that's 100% right.
Oh.
And who has better solo CDs out of the duo, though?
Oh, Jesus. You know what? I don't know. Did Outcast have solo CDs like as themselves, like just Andre 3000 or Big Boy?
I'm not honest. Honestly, I'm not sure about Andre. I'm not sure. I don't recall ever. I know Big Boy had a bunch, though.
Yeah, okay. So that's not really fair.
So that's not really fair.
Yeah, okay.
Andre might have some CDs, but I'd have to check. I don't know. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm not huge on Outkast right now. But when I was like just listening to music as a kid, getting influenced, Outkast and Dog Pound were both a huge part of it.
Definitely, right? And also, if we're gonna go with bonus points, I know Clausen is wanting so bad to get this point in. Corrupt, bonus point for your hilarious Vlad TV interviews. Drunkenly screaming.
I thought that was a lost point. I guess that's a gained point for how much it makes us laugh, eh?
He is so awesome. Corrupt, you're the man. Just like you said in the song with Belly.
Yeah, but Corrupt's first 3 CDs are really good. First 3 solo CDs.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Corrupt. Yeah, he gets that bonus point. So, you know what? Dog Pound. I'm saying it. Dog Pound. They win.
Yeah, me too.
That
but
counts.
Corrupt, like, he gets away with not trying too often is something we agreed on earlier, too.
It's true. He's made a whole career off not trying, and he's better than what he says. Like, his own peers have said he raps good when he wants to.
I could think of 3 songs off the top of my head, all in 99, where he just talks on the song. He doesn't even have a verse.
Yeah. Daz did that, too, on These Days with Nate Dogg. Daz just talked on the whole shit.
He had a verse on it, though.
Yeah, I know, but he basically has talked his verse. It's like, it was meant to be
No.
intentional.
I mean Corrupt. I mean songs where he just does an intro or outro.
Oh, okay, I misunderstood you.
Not just like rap talking, but just like, hey, and next episode is one of them, actually.
Oh, yeah, I guess so, hey?
Next episode, Set It Off, and not Gangsta Love, Dollars Make Sense off I Want It All.
Right. But I mean, yeah, that's, if we're going to go with like Dog Pound hits too, like obviously like Who Ride With Us, What Would You Do, fucking a couple other tracks off Dog Food for sure.
Playhouse. New York was.
Playhouse, yes.
Cat Cali is Active was big, kind of.
Yeah, definitely. Cali is Active was a pretty big fucking song.
For the West, yeah, it was. And that's one of my favorite Dog Pound CDs. And they get a point for me having a dope-ass Dog Pound playlist on my Spotify, and I don't have one for Outkast yet.
Yeah, I mean, there's only certain Outkast songs, because I like the ATLian CD, too. That's another really good CD of theirs. But
Outkast also get a point for me. I enjoy their first 3 or 4 CDs up until Stankonia was pretty good too, but up until after that I don't even know, did they have CDs after that? Maybe, but I think it was just the double CD where they were split up. I don't know. But yeah, their CDs in the 90s were dope, as well as Stankonia, because I think that was 2000 something.
Okay, so we're just gonna say Dog Pound because that, and we'll move right along. Because we've been at this. So we got to keep going. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, next up is MC Hammer versus Vanilla Ice. The battle of the one-hit wonders.
2 hits with Go Ninja. Go Ninja, go.
Epic as fuck. Okay, that was epic as fuck. And Hammer had that god-awful Jay-Z diss, better run. You don't remember it? Of course, nobody does. Anyways,
didn't Ice put out a diss to MC Hammer though when they were on tour?
Yeah, or he just disrespected him. I'm not too sure.
Something like that.
But I remember Arsenio Hall really trying to stoke the fire on that one, like calling him out, like everything. So did you say something bad about Hammer? No, it's well, you did say this. You said this. Like he was totally being a dick to him. I remember that shit.
Okay. What the fuck was I gonna say about that? King of New York was a fucking movie. Oh yeah, that's what Corrupt said. Moving right along. I don't have too much to say about this, but what I will say about it is it's pretty cool that Vanilla Ice is in a Ninja Turtles movie, but did
Definitely.
MC Hammer not start Vanilla Ice's career?
Yeah, that's what Buff's saying. I didn't know that for sure because I don't really pay attention to much of them. But yeah, of course, like You Can't Touch This was a big hit, and of course, Ice Ice Baby and all that shit. Like they're both iconic hits from that era.
But I've heard people say that MC Hammer is a Bay Area legend. Like I've
Yeah,
heard Bay rappers say that. Like that's a point for me hearing what was it, Yuckmouth that said
he's
that.
from England, right? Fucking, and he's like really fucking dope. He's on that song. We're all in the same gang, you know, and all like the what's called the West Coast artists got together. Like it
Yeah.
was like WA was in it, Above the Law was in it, Ice T, and Hammer was in it. Like there's a whole bunch of people, and a young MC was in it. We're gonna talk about one hit wonders. It was like a
Yeah.
King T.
I
It was
thought
a
of a
whole,
I thought we'll do that on another episode, but I thought of a few more that would be good. But with my stoner brain, I forgot. I can't think of them right now. Plus, it'd be better for another episode. Anyways, you say a little bit about this for like 1 minute because I don't think I could hold this piss anymore. I just drank 3 cups of coffee. I'm gonna be back in like 47 seconds.
okay, cool. 47-second pee time. All
Yeah,
right,
no
so
worries.
on the show.
I'm not even gonna wash my hands. There's no need to do that in this day and age.
Good stuff. Yeah. Okay, is it Vanessa's not home?
It's not like it's a pandemic going on or anything.
No, not at all. Have fun at your show tonight. All right. So, anyways, yeah, Redman recalled being terrified. Oh, I could talk to Mia. Oh my God.
For like
Hello.
half a second until she.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
I'm not bringing the phone with me to take a piss. That's all I'm trying to say.
she's getting knocked over. I bet like a cunt. That's Redman trying to sound. Oh my God, you're such a sweet. She's walking away out of my life. Yeah, Redman trying to sound. That's right. No, he said something about his mom. He wasn't trying to like diss him. It was just supposed to be like a witty line, like Hammer's mom or something like that. And Hammer said like, "Yo, like, you say what you want, but please don't talk about my mother." Like, and he's like, okay, yes, sir. Like that. That's what it was because he was like just being firm with his stance, and you can't blame him for that. And yeah. But anyways, yeah, this fucking podcast is awesome. Yeah, Clausen, good call on the yelling, the corrupt yelling shit. Fucking, that was the funniest shit I've ever seen. I actually have to watch that interview later. I know, and you'd never think that about MC Hammer, actually. But yeah, You Can't Touch This. That was a fucking hilarious song. I remember how big that was.
I actually did wash my hands.
You did you? Oh, that's why I took the extra 47 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, you're back.
The mama line. What the fuck is the mama line?
Oh no, we were just talking about how Redman said something about MC Hammer's mom, like just a line in a song, and MC Hammer fucking told him like, "Hey, you can say what you want, but don't ever say anything about my mother ever."
I
again.
remember that. I saw that in a Redman interview.
Yeah, it's on TV. That's what we were just talking about.
Yeah,
and he's like,
that's
"Yes, sir,
funny.
understood." Like,
Okay, so that's like might be if he started Vanilla Ice's career, then he might be
yeah,
he might catch the dub. But I give them each a point for Ninja Turtles and for being mentioned as a Bay Area legend by the Loonies.
definitely. We'll just have to say, I'm going with Hammer. Hammer.
Same, but that Ninja Turtles movie is pretty good.
True, I know. I love it so much. Like it was. That was a tough choice for real. It was.
Although that doesn't make Vanilla Ice good because he's corny as fuck.
Right.
While doing that.
Hell, and fuck you. Anyway, so we'll move right along here.
We're moving
Now,
right along. Here.
the battle of the lesser known artists in like big legendary cliques. We're gonna go with
When you say that, are you what clique are you considering RB with?
Dog Pound Gangsters. Like he was part of like the whole DPG thing, right? Like back in the day. He was the original
I
member.
thought so. Just making sure, because that's
Okay.
a lost point already. He's only a half member, whereas Ren was a full member of NWA.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm just talking about like alignment and part of iconic CDs and blah blah blah, right? Like I'm saying that because they were very important parts to it.
Yeah.
But they didn't have a very storied career otherwise.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with Ren versus
Ren
RB.
all day.
MC Ren.
For me.
I'm gonna say right here, like MC Ren, I like better as an artist, and I like listening to his CDs a lot more. Like Villain in Black is one of my favorite fucking albums ever. And it was like a lot produced by like Cold 187 and From Above the Law. I know that much.
You know what would make it more fair
But
if it was only after NWA Ren. Like take
that's what I'm doing.
NWA.
I'm going to do after NWA Red. We're just going to
Huh?
go Red solo.
Oh, okay, so you're not even counting that.
No, because that's not fair.
That's unfair, man. That's just like that's iconic. That's NWA.
Yeah, you can. They're both part of the same legacy. But anyways, MC Ren, I will say, just to have the better albums. Because no disrespect to RBX, I really like his shit. But if you've heard one RBX song, you heard them all. That's how I would say. And he recycles verses too much.
The 3 big songs he made, or 4, maybe not big songs, but the kind of late 90s songs where I really enjoyed his verse on. And that's the thing. I could name 4 really dope features from Ren in the late 90s. I don't know how many I can name about RBX, but they are as follows. Set It Off from The Last Meal. This verse on that is so dope. Hardest Motherfuckers in Here off Corrupt's third CD. Again, so dope. Fucking Hello on Ice Cube CD. Again, fucking so dope. Oh, and I'm forgetting Chronic 2001 too.
Yeah, he did like that intro on that Some LA. And then
Oh, he didn't even have a verse on it, did he?
supposed to, I think, and then he didn't. But he also did a verse on Public Enemy's 2006 album, Rebirth of a Nation. That was produced by Paris, and they got MC Ren on the song. And it's really, really dope.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was like the last I'd really heard from Ren after that, like in 2006, 7 or whatever, and then he just wasn't doing anything again.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to give it to Ren on this one, although there's some RBX songs I really, really like as well.
RBX gets some points too for me for being here's a rare one, but being for some reason it's a point for me being the second voice you hear on the Warren G I Want It All CD because Gangsta Love is a dope song.
That's a great song. That was a minor like a hit.
And then I think they did like a serial killer kind of remix almost called. He did the same hook. Yeah, that's a lost point. He recycles his bars a lot. We all know that.
Yeah.
But on Warren G's G-File CD, I believe they did like a kind of rendition of that song. It was really good. But his biggest point is probably for being on Marshall Mathers.
Another thing he recycled over and over again. Remember, I dropped bombs like Hiroshima.
I didn't say what he said. I said just being on it.
Remember me? Yeah, I think so. I do. RBX is dope. I remember, like, you know, the homeboy Exile, obviously, right? Obviously, for years. I remember who was a Drastic compared him to one day. He's like, you know, Exile reminds me of like a RBX, and I was like, actually, that totally makes sense. Like for back in those days, like it was kind of like
I heard that about you and some of your styles too before.
For RBX in my style.
Yes.
Yeah, DOC did do the hook on there. I was gonna actually say that on Serial Killer, like he's like Serial Killer. Like that was the best thing he ever did with that. No, James, RBX didn't do the hook on there, but he did a verse on there, fool.
Yeah, exactly.
Like deep like the mind.
Yeah, no, that's not the song I was talking about, Klaus, but it's on Warren G's CD, and it's just a similar hook as the one that DOC did.
But the thing is with RBX, he recycled on a different song on called No Mercy, No Remorse. He did his verse from Serial Killer on there. I was like, you're a fuck.
And so I said all the points that Ren has tallied up, and then I said whatever, my 3 or 4 not even verses that I liked, just songs that I liked that he might have been in or part of. Ren gets it by a long shot.
Definitely. Like Ren, that's not even fair almost.
But, although RBX has said in interviews that he never wanted to rap. Snoop just was like, you got a really cool voice, you should use it.
And things with Ren, like as a full CD, like any of his full CDs I can listen to all the way through. RBX, there's skippable songs. Like I said, you heard one song, you heard them all, and you get bored of them real easily, to me.
Yeah. Gangsta Boss and Gangsta Love was the one I was talking about from I Want It All. But, what was it called? I think it was called Suicide or something like that on the G-Files by Warren G. It came out like 06 or something maybe, I don't know, or a couple years after that maybe. 2009 maybe even actually. Anyways, check that one, you'll know what I mean. It's a dope beat. Warren G and RBX sound dope together. But yeah, Ren gets it.
Yeah, okay, so we're just gonna say Ren, and now we're
Yeah,
gonna move
this
right
is a
along.
cartoon named after him with Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy. How about MC Ren and Stimpy? I want to see that. Just talks about like foul shit and being the villain in black. Also, Ren also gets a point for having a dope song on the original Gangsta soundtrack. One of the
Also,
best hip hop soundtracks ever.
also that Ren and Stimpy joke has been made by Eminem in cringe bars of songs before.
Oh, what? Lame.
Yeah, what did he say? He's like he said something about being influenced by MC Ren, and I'm not talking about Stimpy's friend.
Oh God.
Yeah, he
That's
said
almost as
that.
bad as one of my. If I was a battle rapper, I would say like, "Bitch, you're so basic. Your favorite rapper is Pumpkin Spice One."
It was his one of his big comeback songs too. Remember the one that Rick Rubin produced with um Berserk it was called. I think that's
Berserk.
the song.
I think so. Was that as a Ren joint?
No, it was the one where Eminem said that shit.
Oh, okay. Well,
It came out like 2014. It was the lead single off the Marshall Mathers 2, which was a horrible sequel.
mm-hmm.
Horrible. Anyway,
Really hot coffee pot line. Yeah, we're gonna
moving
move
right
right
along.
along. Ren's the winner on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Next up.
Chinchak, another point. Anyways,
Chin
go.
check. It's NWA though.
Yeah, but he has a sick
Post
bars in
NWA.
it.
Fair enough.
I'm
Post
just telling
NWA.
you the songs I love by that Ren are on. So
I
shut
like
up.
full CDs. Yeah, shut up. Shut up. Anyways, we're gonna go with Ren on that one. Next up, Onyx versus Naughty by Nature. Now, that is a tough one.
Easier to name more naughty songs, I think,
Then Onyx, yeah, but like,
for the general public, not me.
oh yeah, no, there was Slam, there was fucking Throw Your Guns. Like Onyx had like some big ass hits,
But
right?
compared
Shut 'em
to
down.
Down with OPP,
Oh yeah,
or
Naughty wins. In my book, honestly, Naughty fucking wins.
yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Naughty. Although Sticky Fingers is hilarious in Next Friday, and
True
Fred
enough.
Rose
And
holds it
Stretch
down in Moesha.
Goose. Yeah, fucking no, Naughty by Nature. 'Cause it's Naughty by Nature and Onyx are two groups I really, really love. Like Fredro is on in Sunset Park, another really underrated movie. Um, the only NWA song, no swearing. Oh yeah, I guess so. Well, if you count like Something to Dance To, but yeah, Naughty by Nature, I'm gonna have to go with.
I think like
Yeah.
if you found like a playlist of like um memorable 90s songs or like impactful hip hop songs of hip hop in its whole history, I
Yeah.
feel like OPP would for sure be on that list. Maybe some Onyx would be too, but it's not as much of a sure thing as Naughty by Nature the way they are. Plus points for being on tour with Tupac to start your career.
Yeah, but Hip Hop Hooray, that's like a big hit for them as
Hip Hop
well.
Hooray, another one. Yeah, that's the one I was trying to think of. Hip Hop
Yeah,
Hooray,
okay.
down with OPP. Yeah. Although Onyx was on my very first tape cassette of a rap mixtape when I was like in
Onyx
grade
was
3 or
groups I ever
4.
like back in those days. Like Onyx was a big
It was
playlist back then.
it was the song Things Changed, but it's just funny because I was in
Yeah.
grade 3 or
Right.
4, and who would have thought that like people like Snack and Merc would be like closely squatted up and affiliated with them 20 years later. Right?
Crazy. And big ups to those guys, man. Big ups to Snack and Merc for that. That's fucking rad.
Yeah, super rad. But yeah, I'm going with Naughty for Tretch. Tretch is just one of my favorite MCs already. So
Absolutely. Same here. Same here. You knew that about me, though.
I've heard Sticky recycle verses as well.
Yeah, that's true. Definitely. Yeah, we'll go with Naughty by Nature as the winner on that one. Only slightly.
Fredro had the True Color song was dope by Fredro.
Yeah, I was never a big fan of Fredro's fucking solo CDs. Like Firestar was terrible, honestly. And
That's the only song I could name by him, to be honest. Like as a solo artist.
I didn't really pay much attention to him, but I remember my homie burned me Firestar, and I remember I was like, "Oh, sweet, a Fredro Star CD. It's gonna be like just like Onyx." It isn't. It fucking isn't.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta I got 25 seconds remaining, and I'm gonna go end, and I got fucking re-let you in, and we got to go live again.
It's been an hour already? Shit.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to do it again. Just hang on.
Okay. I'll just come.
All right, I got to invite RC back in this fucking thing. God damn it. I hate that IG has this as a thing. Where are you? We only got like 1 or 2 more things to do here. God damn it. Together, and we can do this. Fuck's sakes. God damn you, IG. All right, hello, we're back. Yeah, I hope I can like blend these videos together or something. I don't know.
You should be able to.
Yeah, I should be able to.
Yeah, I've seen Pat Stay do it a bunch of times.
Yeah, and we did it for our Verzuz battle. I just can't remember how I fucking did it. But anyways,
you'll figure it out. I won't.
I will. Yeah, you won't. I will though. All right. Anywho, so we're just gonna go with Naughty by Nature as the winner on that. So next up, we have 2 more things.
Okay. So if we didn't ramble so much, we could have fucking fit it in one episode.
Oh, absolutely. Totally could have. Okay. South Central Cartel versus Smith & Wesson for underground East Coast and West Coast groups.
Unfair, I'd say.
That was your pick.
I suggested it, yeah. It was pretty... You said suggest an unpopular East Coast group, though. I feel like South Central Cartel is quite popular.
True enough, yeah. I like them way more. So that we're just gonna say West Coast Gangsters, Serving Them Heat. They had that song with Tupac, Gangsta Team, and fucking a bunch of other shit. Let's just say that's unfair.
This is a skippable one. Lopsided. Fuck it.
Kind of. Well, Smith & Wesson had the song "Let's Get It On." That's a really great song. Then they were doing Coco Brothers, like all that Duck Down shit was really, really dope. But yeah, we'll skip through that real quick. South Central Cartel, hands down, winner.
Hands down.
Okay, and we'll get to the last one. Okay, you picked it, so we're gonna go with Junior Mafia versus the Outlaws.
That's an easy pick too for me. That's Junior Mafia. Although I like Outlaws better as rappers.
Same. But Junior Mafia had the bigger hits.
Solo career-wise too, like you had CDs from Lil' Kim and Lil' C's and and obviously Biggie, who was like pretty essential part of that clique too. And Outlaws had no other than what I told you earlier. They had no hits other than "Baby Don't Cry," "Keep Your Head Up." Also, that there's a reason for that, I think too, because apparently Suge Knight just stopped their budget for everything after Pac died. And
there was
kept
nothing
them on the label for as long as they could. But so Junior Mafia, they like Get Money. What else did they have? Huh?
Players Anthem.
Yeah, Players Anthem.
Yeah, and they both had a girl in their group too. They had Storm, and then they had Lil' Kim, right?
Did they each have one CD?
Junior Mafia, I think they had another. I don't think so, actually. I don't know.
But Outlaws gets points for having Big Psych. He was the only one out of that group that could make an impactful solo career, I think.
I agree with that for sure.
Whereas I can't name every member of Junior Mafia, not even close. But I can name all the Outlaws in a second.
Definitely, for sure.
But I'm still picking Junior Mafia just for the fact that they got more music and more music that kind of reached more people. I don't know. It's kind of tough, but it kind of isn't.
Yeah, I mean, they're both major cliques. I mean, we're not even counting Biggie and Tupac being with those groups. No. We're just counting like the side groups.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so Jesus Christ, I mean, I have to say just for being more well known with bigger hits, excluding actually we can't even exclude the Biggie and Tupac because their biggest hits were with Biggie and with Tupac.
You can't exclude what?
And Players Anthem, except for Need You Tonight. That was a Junior Mafia hit. That was with Aaliyah. I don't think Biggie was on that one. I don't think so. I know he was on Players Anthem and Get Money.
No, Biggie wasn't on the Need You Tonight one.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, they have a big hit without him, basically. So, Gonna have to go with Junior Mafia on that aspect, but I do like the Outlaws better.
And then Outlaws also I've seen live, but it was just two of them, and Junior Mafia never.
Mhm.
But yeah, so you're going with Mafia, you said?
Yep, Junior Mafia, even though I like the Outlaws better.
Yeah, but based on just what like C's and Kim had on their own, I guess, right? During that
Definitely, for
era.
sure. Yeah,
Also,
totally. I'll go with that.
I've always wondered too, why was Lil C's not on the front cover of No Way Out? Was he not part of that Bad Boy in the Family?
I'm not too sure, and he wasn't on the CD either, obviously. So
He
I
wasn't
have
on the
no
CD
idea what's up
either.
there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I couldn't tell
are
you.
are we doing the bonus one of Above the Law?
Okay, we'll do the bonus one since you said it. Buff suggested this. Shout out to Buff.
Since we
Above the
restarted the
Law.
video, anyways.
Okay, Above the Law versus Compton's Most Wanted. That is so tough for me. Oh my god! Like, if we're really gonna go with that one, I can't even fucking pick on that one. I can't.
Well, I'd say MC8's part of CMW, right?
That was like his group.
Yeah, it was his group. That's what I thought. So I'd say he's more popular as a solo artist than anyone in Above the Law ever was.
But Cold 187 had that. He started the G Funk, what's called the G Funk genre, and he also went on to do shit with ICP like later. He like had like a second kind of revival, and a lot of those fans didn't know who he was. Like, who's this new
ICP,
guy?
did you say?
Yeah, he signed to Psychopathic. Like, I don't think he's part of them anymore. But I remember like a lot of Juggalo fans like, who's this new guy? Cold 187. And I was like, oh my god, he's a legend. Fucking
Yeah.
yeah, he like, but he started like the G Funk sound.
Yeah,
Who
that's a weird move, career wise, I guess. But then did MC8 start a sound? Yeah, he did, I guess. Drive by music.
Music to Drive By, yeah, because he was wanting it to be like he wanted to do his thing like while he was part of the West Coast and Compton and everything. He wanted to do everything to not sound like NWA or anybody else because like everybody's doing a certain sound and I don't want to sound like I'm biting them. And, like that's a
Yeah,
good way to put it.
I love MC8's music so much though.
Yeah, and
Um,
even Brett even shouted them out on the Straight Outta Compton CD too.
and I
And
listened
they,
to one of the I think there's more now, but I listened to one of the last CD he put out in 2020, maybe the second to last if he put out a new one recently. Which I think he did. But fuck, I forget what it was called. Anyways, no. That was a couple years ago. This is from this year. But his music has always been good from the old school to right now. He's always been
definitely.
a beast at picking the perfect West Coast story beats.
Definitely, man. MC8 is the fucking man, you know, and everybody was like copying his like Gia shit, and they changed it to Chia. It's Gia, okay? It's with a fucking G.
But it's a hard pick for me. But I'm biased to MC8, but also Above the Law. When I heard that Warren G lived with them for almost a year, that gives them 2 points right away.
Definitely, for sure, man. I agree with that 100%.
Another 2 points for starting G Funk. So yeah, I'll probably put Above the Law for hip hop impact, being able to start a sound. But
Mhm.
I don't know, man. See, that's the thing. I just like MC8. I'm not too like big on the
No,
other
no,
members.
because like Uncle Sam's Curse, I know you just got into that CD. Let me
I
tell you,
did.
that's one of the best rap CDs
It
ever.
is.
For real.
It is. Yeah, it's
There's so
dope.
much music to drive by, and
But I
holy
still got to
shit.
listen to their couple of CDs that they had after that too.
Yeah, that's true. That's the one I enjoyed the most. I will say that.
And I remember my sister had an Above the Law poster in her
Hmm.
room when I was like, this is like 90, 95 or something like that, 94 or something like that. So
Yeah,
that's how I
definitely.
first knew them, but I never really listened to so much of their music at that point. I was busy
Mhm.
listening to Dog Pound and Outcast and Bone
Yep.
Thugs.
Definitely, but Above the Law fits right in there with it too. Like it's the shit's just so dope. That was like Ruthless Records funk at that time, you know, like and they were producing a lot of easy stuff at the time. So
But
like that was
187, he featured on a lot of DPG stuff too, so you hear him on a
yeah,
lot.
definitely. And of course, Cocaine like went on to do like a bunch of awesome shit too. Like he started with like Ruthless and Cole 187 and all that. He was all over that Uncle Sam's Curse album.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Anyways, that's a good one. I'm gonna have to check out more of all of those to, maybe form more of an opinion after the fact, because some of these debates got me a little bit curious. Like, I don't know, maybe I should just put together a playlist of like memorable songs from each artist we discussed today. And we'll link it in the
Definitely.
description later.
For me, those two are a tie because I love them both so much. I can't pick. It's
Who
impossible.
I can't even name the other members of CM Dub.
CMW, he says it every fucking song. What do you mean, Mr. CMW fan? It's like Lil Hawk and Bird, DJ Slip in the motherfucking house.
No, I said I was an MC8 fan, not a.
Yeah, but you hear every 58 song back in those days, he shouted their names out every fucking song in the
Yeah,
beginning. Listen to an 58 song.
and I
Always
still
starts
didn't
with that.
remember that. That just goes to show how memorable the other members are.
Yeah, it's like DJ Slip, half ounce. Chill. And it's actually, and so many people, he always talks about Lil Hawk and Bird.
Yeah, but it sounds
Yeah,
like he's just chilling to smoke a half ounce, and while he's being a DJ.
I really love like listening to like MC8 like at nighttime, like when I'm coming home from work or something like that. I love just throwing on some MC8. It's late
Yeah,
night treat
the
kind of music.
Menace to Society song is one of the best
Oh
songs
yeah,
ever.
definitely, man. And MC8 was good in that movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. That's one of the best. Anyways, that was our debate.
Yes.
That was our imaginary versus.
hmm
Is it?
Yes, it was. It was imaginary versus. We are the master debaters, and fucking, we're gonna be back with another episode very, very soon, and we'll get to it. We'll let you know topics soon because we don't know right now.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I
Well, this is
guess.
what we're gonna do. We're gonna leave you now.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave. Oh yeah, by the way, I got a show tonight, and anyone's tuned in or anyone who sees this on YouTube tomorrow, you missed it. But a show tonight in Abbotsford with Clausen, first time returning to the stage in 700 months, and it's not gonna be too crowded. I'm pretty sure there's some rules and regulations on seating and distancing and masking up and
Yeah.
stuff like that. We're masked up at every show anyways, even before this COVID bullshit, so don't worry about that. We are hazmat crew,
And I won't
and
be
get
there
it?
'cause I don't want to
Ah,
die.
oh yeah, no one told you you're opening for us on IG Live through a cell phone screen.
I absolutely won't be doing that, but we will have to discuss a future thing like that sometime, but not now because I'm not doing that.
Yeah, because you're all about the minimal effort.
I just went and talked to you for an hour and some change.
Yes, because talking takes so much effort.
It does. It
Yeah,
does.
you're
Today's
right.
podcast.
You're right. I'm fucking leaving now. I gotta find some roaches and there's roaches and shit in this motherfucker. I forgot about this.
I forgot about this. All right.
That was the only good part of Doggy Style. That little fucking Warren G sentence, or not Doggy Style. Sorry, Dogfather.
Dogfather, that fucking album is terrible.
Yeah, yeah, it sure is. I do like the song you thought though.
I liked Snoop's Upside Your Head, and I liked fucking
Soups
Blueberry.
Upside Your Head is a great song, but what I was trying to explain to you before is there's like 7 other songs on that CD that have a similar vibe to it.
True enough. It's just I really like that
That's the
Gap
best.
Band
That's the
sample.
best one of the 7, though. You are right about that. And
Yeah.
I'm curious to who produced that. I think it was DJ Pooh. I'm curious to who produced
Well,
Dear
I'm
Mama.
curious
Said, "Fuck you."
well, it's just a Gap Band sample, for "Oops Upside Your Head."
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But
You
still,
just tell like they use the same bass line every time.
shut up, Clausen.
James, no, Vapors wasn't good. It was a Bismarcky cover, and yeah, it was good. It was okay, but not very very good.
No, that sample actually comes from an old school jazz funk soul song.
Not that I know the sample itself, but the Vapors, it's a Bismarcky cover.
Because Snoop was freestyling to it in the DMX battle, and then I was like, oh, I guess he did play something from the Dogfather. I thought he wouldn't, and then the soul sample came in, or the soul singer guy, whatever, came in after that, and I was like, oh, never mind, he's just rocking to this.
What was that other song he did that was like a hit? And it was like he was like the music video was like him in black and white, and it was like in it looked like an old timey kind of video, and like it was like Snoop Dogg, Dogg, Dogg. I don't know. And it looked like an old timey kind of like set in the 1940s. It was off Dogfather.
I'm not too sure, because to be honest, I don't even recall the big any singles from that CD.
Yeah,
Uh,
except for Snoops Upside Your Head, really. And Vapors and that song. I think that was about it.
Singles meaning I don't remember music videos to them. What I
That's
know
how.
for what I know for sure is that that Blueberry was one of the best songs on it, but it wasn't even his song. He pulled it from LBC Crew and he has no rap part on it.
Yeah, did you also know there's an original song where it's him and Sam Snead? It's called Blueberry. There's like an old one floating around the internet, and it's actually way better than that song.
I'm pretty sure that's what I just said in different
Oh,
words.
I know, but you're saying Sam Snead, but it's a different beat completely, a different song
Oh, it's a
completely.
different beat. Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't know.
think he even raps on it. I think it's just Sam Snead. I can't remember.
Yeah. Yeah, Dogfather was the worst. I also said to someone that Groupie Love, or not Groupie Love, Groupie
Mhm.
was just like a sad attempt at Ain't No Fun remix with the same people, but Daz included as well.
Yeah, and Clausen, you're right. I hate to say it, you're right, but Games to Be Sold is a way better CD. That's an amazing fucking CD.
For any No Limit fan, especially.
Hmm.
Anyways, I'm gonna get up out of here because I can't stand to look at you for a moment longer.
Likewise, I can't stand to look at me either.
I am at my wit's end with you.
Yes, well, my wits never began, so fuck off. Right, go away. Bye.